360. I mean, usually this is done to Arsenal. No, Neme? I mean, Arsenal are the ones who always chase the target.
Of course.
And then have the target snatched from their hand.
Exactly.
But this time around, they're the ones doing the snatching. So snatching in from their rival Spurs.
Exactly. So I think Eberechi so far, we saw him perform so well with Crystal Palace. Last season, they won for the very first time in how many years? Crystal Palace clinched their first trophy in a long time.
Yes.
And I think Eberechi is a very good addition to Arsenal's squad.
Yeah.
And them getting him, I think this season so far, Arsenal has gotten so many impressive transfers like Gyökeres. They were able to pull Gyökeres from Manchester United. I don't know how they did it, because I felt like Gyökeres would have gone to Manchester United because of his relationship with Amorim. But for some reason, Arsenal were able to get him from from Manchester United, and now he plays for them. I think Eze is going to fit perfectly into Arsenal's system, and he plays on the wing. So Eze for me, perfect signing for Arsenal.
Would be, who would you swap for Eze in the team?
Let's see. Eze plays on the right or on the left?
Yeah, and he also plays cap.
Okay. I think Martinelli would have to leave for Eze. Eze can play Martinelli's position.
Would you?
Would I put him? Of course I would. I would put Martinelli on the bench for Eze. Okay. I would put Martinelli on the bench for Eze. Even Arsenal fans complain about Martinelli during the what did they just play before the season starts?
Yeah, okay, the preseason.
The preseason,
yeah, exactly. He has his lackluster moments.
Yes, he does. I would pick Eze over Martinelli in my lineup.
Okay.
If I was to.
Well, Eze did put out a tweet in 2015 where he was putting on an Arsenal jersey. Yeah. Because he was he came from the academy and said, I swear I'm gonna make it, and when I do, they're gonna show this tweet. LOL. This was in 2015.
Wow.
I have denial. Spurs must be shaking in their boots, because I mean that's your rival stealing your.
And I think it goes to show that there's prestige is much more important than silverware, because we've seen two clubs now lose out on multiple targets that we would expect to go there because they're a bit stronger.
Yeah.
They're in Champions League.
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs, they won a trophy. Newcastle, they won a trophy. Crystal Palace have won a trophy, but they're not getting anyone important, which is a shame. And it's just Arsenal. Let's go to Arsenal against Manchester United. I don't really want anything.
I like that you're saying that. So why do we think that is? Do you think it's because these, like, for example, do you think Arteta is able to articulately sell the plan he has to these players? Do you think it's a third time lucky charm situation where it's like, oh, we came second, and now it's time for us to finally win it?
I mean, obviously, you came second like 3 times back to back to back. I mean, you just have to, whatever it is you want to achieve, it has to be this season, right? And I feel like Arteta has been able to get all the players he wants. Gyökeres is in, Zubimendi is in as well, now Eze. So, I mean, he's giving...
Let's not forget Nanu Madueke as well.
Which has taken his net spend to higher than Liverpool's.
So now, it's now or never. Now or never for Arteta. Because as a player, I look at Spurs, I look at Arsenal, and I'm like, okay, Spurs, right? Yes, they're playing Champions League as well. Thomas Frank is there. Everything is going fine. Richarlison got 2 goals.
I mean, they seem like a very well put together team.
But then again, when you look at the trend, when you look at the history, when you look at Spurs are known for bottling it at very, very important times, right? And I mean, Arteta has won FA Cup, right? I mean, he has something to show for it, right? So then again...
But Arsenal also...
Exactly, so it's almost same of the same, right? But if I had to choose, obviously, I'll choose Arsenal because, obviously, I mean, yes.
I think if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, this is the season he gets sacked.
You're not thinking. Why are you thinking?
This season he gets sacked.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
So, I like this. So, do you think if Arteta actually goes this season without winning anything, comes second Premier League, gets to semi-final of the Champions League, but doesn't end up winning anything,
he should get the sack.
Do you think Arsenal should actually fire him?
They should actually fire him. How many seasons? They should actually fire him.
Because
Because he has done the same thing over and over again. They say third time is the lucky charm. And then last season this is the 4th time. So I think he needs to go because you've done it 3 times and last season was the season of the underdogs. If he couldn't do it last season, they've given him one more time. You know what? Do it. Your rival Spurs won something last season.
Bro.
So, and you couldn't do anything.
And they
If you
almost got
don't-
relegated, but they want something like playing Champions League.
Exactly. So either Arteta has to step up, he has to win the Premier League. Forget about the Champions League. He has to win the Premier League right now, and then maybe qualify to play the next Champions League.
Yeah.
But he has to win the Premier League.
He's not ready.
If
to win
he
the Champions League.
doesn't, because now they've actually powered his squad. He has Gyökeres, like he said, Zubimendi. They've given him the players he wants, especially the striker. They've been crying. Oh, we've been using what's it called, Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus for a very long time. Now they've given him they've given him a proper number 9. He has to work with that guy. If he doesn't make use of Gyökeres, they should fire him.
I don't think they're gonna fire him. The only reason I say that is because I don't know about the quality of coaches out there right now that can pick up from where Arteta has.
Valid.
Because it's gonna become a whole new managers in. They want to rejig it and do everything the way they want to do it, which is then going to be a whole other transitional plan.
My brother, it's not football.
Exactly. A serious club will fire Arteta.
When Klopp was leaving Liverpool, this was the same thing. Everybody was like, what are they bringing in? And then Klopp comes in, first season.
Exactly.
Wins the Premier League.
Okay,
How many years did it take Klopp to win one Premier League?
One.
Okay, all right. We move on now to Victor Boniface. We're all happy that he has signed with AC Milan. Are we happy?
I'm not happy, no. I'm not
Why?
happy.
I'm a Milan fan, I'm not happy.
I don't. Whenever I see a good player, no offense, I'm so sorry.
I don't understand. That was not the angle I was coming from.
We'll take reactions around. Let's go. Yeah.
Whenever I see a good player linked with AC Milan, I'm like, okay, they're.
There's another one biting the dust.
They're slowly approaching retirement because AC Milan isn't. I mean, yeah, shout out to you guys winning something like what was it last season, 2 seasons ago?
Go on, don't worry.
2021, 2022.
They don't really achieve anything. They don't go anywhere.
Yeah, because look at Jovic, look at João Felix. He's at Al Nassr now. Jovic ended up playing.
They just go there, you know.
Just
they
play
have
football.
their derbies. Oh, they have Italian pizza. They taste the culture for the first time, and then they don't do anything. They have clutch moments where, like, oh my God, I got the winning goal for the match, but you're not winning the league. You're not challenging. For
They
the league.
did thrash the Premier League champions in the preseason. Just pointing that out.
Fair
Neme, thoughts? Boniface to.
Is he on loan?
No, it's
It's actually a full sale.
Well, it's a five. It's a five.
I think it's a loan.
€5 million loan deal. But then there's a buy option of €24 million.
Okay.
That's an
Which they'll
explode
probably
contract.
explode, if we're going to be honest.
I want to ask. I think AC Milan has been selling so many of their players this season,
Yes.
and I don't know why. Why do you think they've been selling so many of their players?
It's a struggling club.
They just do that. I don't know.
It's a struggling club.
Financially, I know they've been struggling for a very long time.
Yeah.
But they haven't gone about it the best way. I mean, already, although maybe they knew about the gambling thing. Tonali, that was.
I mean, that's the best.
Didn't make any,
That's the best player that's come out
That
of
didn't make any
Milan
sense.
in how many years, right?
It didn't. And I'm more concerned about the price they sell their players for.
Well,
It's not high enough. I think they should increase it a bit.
But you're the one that said
because the thing is, everybody knows, every player in Milan now are trying to escape, so to say.
Yeah.
So you don't put yourself in a strong position when clubs know, okay, you are just want to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like the kind of players they attract now, Modric, people that are, okay, let me just go and play 2 years there and see what I can do.
Ibrahimovic, for example, although he's a prime.
So and the only business they've done well in last couple of years is Allegri coming back. Now Allegri is back as the coach of AC Milan. Obviously, he's a winner. He wins things. He wins Serie A.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe he can do that because right now Napoli is hot.
Yeah.
You see all of the things Napoli are doing right now.
Yeah.
How do you want to compete with that?
Conte is looking to dominate.
How do you want to compete with that? Roma is coming as well. People are not talking about Roma. I feel like people are really not looking at them.
Yeah.
But they are doing some very good business, right?
Yeah.
And Inter Milan, you really can't write off
I mean,
Inter Milan
Inter
because
Milan
they didn't really lose most of their key players.
Yeah.
There was rumors of Çalhanoğlu going back because there was a discord between him and Lautaro. Settled. Right? So when you look at all of these clubs now, it's almost as if, okay, they have their house sorted, everything is sorted. Juventus, okay, maybe they are struggling a little bit. But then again, they are better than Milan. When you look at the kind of players, the caliber of players they have in their squad. You look at Milan now, the only player you probably you can say is Leao. And I think he should even leave, because as a Milan fan, I don't think you ask any Milan fan right now and they say, if Rafael Leao leaves, will you be happy? Yes, I will be happy. Right? Because I feel like, there are some players, that it's almost as if he's done everything. What else can you do?
Left.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't give you this. When you see a Bruno Fernandes play, you see the passion in him. You see he wants to drag everybody.
Leao is always laughing at
He's always, as much as you might say, okay, that's his style of play, but show me some sort
you gotta be
of
passion.
Yes, but it's not working in that club right now.
So if you're Leao, where are you going? If you leave Milan?
If Leao is up for sale, come on, clubs will come. Clubs will come for him. I'll probably go to England.
Which club is
I'll probably go to England.
Like which?
I'm sure Man U will come for him. Yes.
Okay.
Of course. Arsenal can come for him.
United do have a history of Portuguese players. They do
Arsenal
have
can come for him as well, because he plays from the left, and Arsenal are lacking quality from the left.
Yeah.
Up until Eze.
Let's be real. He's going to Wolves. I think Wolves.
Well, obviously, from Wolves, then you go to maybe Al-Nassr or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, speaking of United, they're still chasing a deal for a new goalkeeper. Amorim, for some reason, keeps talking. He talks
too much. He talks too
Well,
much.
he said that Onana is fit, and Onana is fit to play, and he will decide if Onana plays or not, but he's still chasing a goalkeeper. They're chasing the signature of Sen Lamens. The talks are underway. Personal terms are almost agreed, and United are trying to see if they can sign the Belgian goalkeeper. Betis are also trying to sign Anthony.
Yeah.
They're still working on the deal. It's a lot of money for them, but they're trying to see how they can work it out.
I think they're gonna need it.
I think they'll get it done as well.
Yeah.
Even though it might take them a lot.
Because I'm a bit concerned they're not going to be able to reach the heights that they did last season. Because we've seen.
They won yesterday, right? 1-0.
Yeah, they did. So
yesterday.
but it was they had the venom. I'm not going to lie, but it was a bit of a struggle to really open up the channels to get goals in properly. So I think if they aren't able to get Anthony in or anybody to really replace the effectiveness that he showed last season, then I think they're going to struggle, and they're kind of not really going to go anywhere this time. They did try their best last season. They got to the final, but
Chelsea happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's now get into the dramatics. There are three stories that are more dramatic than the rest. Number one, Donnarumma. Thoughts on the PSG, the way they've treated him. Where do you think he's going to end up? City or elsewhere?
So during the transfer window, when it was really hot, I think when we heard Donnarumma was free for sale, Manchester United seemed like they were interested in buying him. But for some reason, I think they've ruled him out completely, and now Manchester City are looking into buying Donnarumma. But the question is, Manchester City recently signed Trafford, who played in their last match against Wolves, and he considered 0 goals. And PFA Player of the Season, he also won it for the championship, Trafford. So at the end of the day, it boils down to your goalkeepers. Before a team signs a goalkeeper, I think the manager looks at how his style of play fits into his system, because we have different type of goalkeepers. We have the short stoppers, the ball playing goalkeepers, and all of that. So he has to. I think if Manchester City wanted to sign Donnarumma, then their choice of defender shouldn't have been like at Nuri, and it should have gone for maybe somebody that is more physical, not a forward playing defender like at Nuri, people that like to go to the front and play from the sidelines and all of that. So Manchester City already signed Trafford. I don't see any reason why they should go for Donnarumma. Donnarumma clearly has more experience than Trafford, because he has played longer in bigger team, bigger competitions.
And he just won the Champions League.
Exactly.
And he won the Euros.
Exactly. But Trafford, on the other hand, even if he played in Championship, he had, I think he considered the least goal or something. I will have to look at his stats to be sure.
But it's good that you said Championship, because if you're Pep,
exactly,
are you taking Donnarumma or Trafford? If you're Pep right now in this Manchester City team that you're trying to recreate after that embarrassing,
based off the players he already signed, I'll go with Trafford.
Okay.
Because Trafford already fits into the type of players he signed. But if he had gotten a different type of, let's say, midfielder or defenders, I would have said, go for Donnarumma because he has more experience. But then I want to ask, other than the fact that Donnarumma's, I think, contract with PSG expired, or was it a year left?
So it's there's a year on it, but then he had a fallout with Enrique, and Enrique has come out to say publicly that it was his decision for Donnarumma to leave.
Because I wanted to ask, why did PSG sign him? Why did PSG let him go? Because he still had like 1 year left. Pep had signed different type of defenders and all of that. I would have said, you know what, go for Donnarumma. But right now, the person that fits perfectly into the system that he has created at this point is Trafford. I might be wrong. I'm not Pep, but
Okay.
that's
I
what
mean, for
feel.
me, yeah, I feel like, okay, the story of Donnarumma was made known after Trafford was bought by Man City, right? And if you look at Pep and Man City right now, like you said, if I am Pep, obviously it's Donnarumma because coming off that bad season I had last season.
And Ederson looking to leave as
you
well.
get. So it's a domino effect because it's until a certain player leaves, then there's a vacuum to fill. Then okay, I'll go for a certain player. Because right now there's still talks between Galatasaray and Man City over Ederson.
Yes.
I think they'll get it done, right? But it's until he's gone, then I'll say, okay, I have a vacuum. I want to replace Ederson that's gone. Okay, Donnarumma, Alpha, come. So if Ederson doesn't go to Galatasaray, I don't see the need to go for Donnarumma because you have Trafford. Trafford is for the future. He's a very solid keeper. He was bought from Man City, so he's coming back. So obviously that is a statement. You say, okay, I want you back because I have a plan for you. You get. So as it stands, there's no need to buy Donnarumma. But then again, if it's football, if Ederson goes to Galatasaray, why not?
Expect Donnarumma to
Why not? Because I mean, he's a solid.
Yeah, he'll be on instant
Guess
number
what?
one.
He's 25, 26.
Yeah,
Goalkeepers can
he'll be
give like
number
10
one.
years. He can
Yeah.
keep until like 35, 36.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's obviously it's for the now. It's also for the future. So, but then again, if Ederson doesn't go, there's no point signing a Donnarumma.
Yeah.
So where does Donnarumma go then? If on the assumption that Ederson doesn't leave, because we know that if he leaves, it's certain. But on the assumption that Ederson, because United, who should be chasing Donnarumma, for some reason, maybe it's the salary, because he said what he's asking for is ridiculous.
I really don't know, but obviously he will get a club. He will definitely get a club.
It could
But
be on loan potentially because if they can't, more
Well-
often than not, if these type of transfers don't materialize well enough towards the end of the transfer window, then you're just gonna have to take a loan, and then you're gonna have to split the wages because, like you said, if Ederson doesn't leave, Trafford's already there.
Exactly.
Ortega is there as well.
So it's not going to make any sense. I don't think that they should bother trying to. That Manchester United should bother trying to get Donnarumma right now. I mean, it's a good deal to do, but they're going to have to sell it on. You can't have both. Not to say that Onana is better or that is even maybe equal to Donnarumma.
Donnarumma, yeah.
Wages, you can't have both. You have to get rid of one.
Donnarumma is better than Onana. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
Of course
for
he
sure.
is.
So you have to get rid of.
It's like, let me clear that up real quick.
Yeah.
Let's not make enemies. Okay, drama number 2, which is probably the biggest of them all, Isak and
Oh my God.
Newcastle, Liverpool. So,
What time?
I mean, to be honest, right now, Liverpool are in one corner. Isak has released a statement. During the week, he released a statement talking about how there were agreements and trust has been broken. Newcastle then dropped a rebuttal and they say there was no verbal agreement that the player was going to be allowed to leave during the summer.
Right.
So who is saying what?
So the thing is, for me, I know clubs always have these agreements, formal or informal, with players. Okay, once we see a good deal that fits into our plan, that fits into what we value you, of course, we will consider selling you. Not that we will sell you. I mean, players say that, okay, yeah, thank you. That means we have a gentleman agreement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 season, 2 seasons. Okay, like
Now
this
you're in the
time,
Champions
I have a
League.
very good season, and rumors have it that okay, this top club somewhere wants to sign me. Then I come back to you. Hello, club. You know, 2 seasons ago you said once we have, you will sell me. Then the club said, I'm sorry, we are not ready to sell you. You have to be more years on your contract.
Yeah.
I mean, if both of them show their case or say play their case out, they are both valid, right? Because you told me you were going to sell me, but then again, I signed you for a reason. You have 3 years. I can decide to keep you on the bench and not sell you, right? Because it is binding in the contract. So that is why you now hear players trying to force their way out. They become toxic. They don't show up for trainings. They say all sorts of things on social media just to push for that.
He shouldn't have signed a deal that.
You get. So, but then again, when you sign, you never know. It's football. You don't know what will happen, right? You never know. I don't think he thought he would. Maybe he thought so that okay, maybe after 2 years, a certain Liverpool will be looking for me to sign me. right? But obviously, he had a very good season last season. Hence why Liverpool is here. But at the end of the day, just to make everybody, I feel like Newcastle should just sell him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like they should sell him. So let me just finish.
Okay.
Because Liverpool dangled 120 million. And they said
They've upped it now to 130.
130 million.
Just so he doesn't leave.
130 million. I'm sure Newcastle are like, let's see.
And this is pounds, by the way.
Yes,
not
obviously. And I'm sure he's going to be like outrightly. Because I don't think he wants to pay that kind of player 2 times or 3 times. You want him, Abi, bring 130 million, I'll sell him, right? But Newcastle are trying to show that, okay, we are in charge here. We are in charge, and I hope the best man wins.
No, maybe we're going to say something.
Yeah, I think why Newcastle are being reluctant or why they are doing what they are doing to Isak right now is because Isak could have said it earlier on that he wanted to leave. Why did he have to wait? Because Newcastle I think they felt like he was going to leave, and the player they were interested in replacing him with was this guy that Ekitike.
They were chasing both.
Yeah, Chesko. Now he waited until Liverpool signed Ekitike and then comes out and says, you know what, I want to leave. And then the club is like, if you leave, who do we then replace you with?
Yeah, but in his statement, he said there were conversations about him leaving prior to this time, as far back as last season.
Well, maybe he never said, okay,
I want to leave again.
Yeah,
Right.
so it could have just been like a gentleman's agreement.
Yes.
But then, so that then begs the question, because I've seen debates online again as people saying, why would Liverpool go for Ekitike if they knew that they wanted Isak and Ekitike was supposed to be the signing for, like, Isak's replacement at Newcastle?
Well, it wasn't. The case wasn't, at least from Eddie Howe's perspective, it wasn't that they wanted to let Isak go in the first place. They wanted Ekitike and Isak because they had gotten rid of Wilson. Joe Linton isn't going to be the guy to do that.
Yeah.
So they wanted both, and honestly, that would have been an amazing acquisition if you can have both strikers.
Yeah.
Ekitike did a great job.
That's exactly
and
what
it's not
Liverpool
also
are
had that
trying
plan
to do.
in mind, because now that's what
I
he
was trying
wants.
to do.
I would say, personally,
Yeah.
Newcastle had been looking at Ekitike for a while. I think about 2 years. Liverpool are like, okay, we can't get Isak. It's kind of spiteful, but they also now see the value in Ekitike. They're like, okay, we can't get Isak. We're gonna go get your target that you've been looking at for a while. Which
Crazy.
I paid 90 million for him.
yeah, I wish maybe it was last season they had like some contract agreement so that he wouldn't go to Liverpool. I don't. Obviously, they didn't expect that Liverpool was going to do that. So it's unfortunate. And what the case is now is they want Isak and someone else, but right now, obviously because of the back and forth, let's get Isak out. Fine, bring the money. That's enough. But we need to get another striker, which they have not been able to get. Sesko's gone. They are not looking at anybody else. They had options. Unfortunately, those options are gone now. So I mean, there's still options out there. Jackson is obviously being floated around.
Oh,
I know.
100 million Jackson?
It's a bit ridiculous, the price, but
I have 2 more of that. And they say Isak is doing the same thing, but now in Isak's case, because he's black, look at the reaction. The same thing with Osimhen, same thing with Lookman. It seems like when black players do it,
it's almost as if they're being selfish.
Yeah.
They don't think of the team or something.
that's one arm. So I wanted to talk about the race card here, if it has any value or not. Secondly, do we think Liverpool did not act in a gentlemanly manner? In the sense that they could have swapped Darwin Nunez for Isak, but they let him go to Al Hilal. Then went and signed Ekitike and still want Isak for something.
That's crazy.
So I feel like we don't know, right? But I feel like Isak left it too late. I like to think Liverpool established some sort of communication with Isak. Are you available? We want to sign you, that kind of thing. Then maybe he said, I don't think I want to. Then,
Let's not make such assumptions. Let's go off of what we know.
Because okay, what we know, right? So I don't think if Liverpool knew Isak was available, they would have gone for a certain Ekitike before now coming back to Isak.
My brother, clubs can act in ungentlemanly. That's why we're having the conversation.
So because if you remember, all of a sudden it was settled at some point that Isak wasn't going. If you remember, Isak wasn't going because it has been in the news for a long time.
UCL,
Then all of a sudden the story just came up again. Shout out to football agents, because obviously see what happened. Just digress quickly. See what happened between Eze, Spurs, and Arsenal, right? I feel like Eze's camp, they baited Spurs. Like, almost Spurs are about to get this guy.
Yeah, to get Arsenal to sit
to
up.
get
Yeah.
Arsenal to like.
Fair
so,
enough.
so I feel like maybe that is what we don't know. Like you said, we don't know. So that might be what is playing out right now because a lot of things happen behind the scene. Some of this, why do you think Isaac had to put out that statement that day?
Well, according to his statement, I'm going off of what
because he was giving.
He said he said there's a lot of rumors going around. He's been quiet. He wants to quell the rumors. He's received the PFA award. He couldn't attend the ceremony because of his team members there, and so he just felt like he needed to put that out there.
At this point, he's very dire.
I'm still standing on the fact that he said if Isaac had told us earlier on that he wanted to leave, all of this drama would have been avoided. But he didn't, so we are here. And then I'm not going to what I wanted to say because I don't want it to seem like, oh, she's the girl that supports that is being insensitive about racism. Okay. But I don't like when every little thing that happens, everybody just start playing the race card. I don't really appreciate it because some things might just be happening. It could have been the same with a white player, a black player. It is just what it is at this moment. And I would really love for Newcastle to just, even if they don't sell him to Liverpool, just let him go. Because Newcastle looks like a team that are ready to put Isaac on the bench. Not even on the bench. He won't even play. He won't be in the lineup.
The fans are, I don't know if you've been seeing
they are.
Put him in the reserves. Let his value.
Yes,
I think it's very mean spirited. Yeah, and as a football club, personally, I may not have an opinion on other things, but nobody will want to come and play for you.
Yes.
Right. Because
nobody. You're going to do that to a striker in the prime of his career. Nobody wants to come and play for you. Yes, ironically, now I think this is my final thoughts on this, and I'm throwing this again. Yeah. They're chasing Wisa.
Another black player that's not Nations Cup in December.
This young man has not really been forthcoming with his club. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Newcastle are chasing him. So it's almost like it's the same situation.
Yes.
And
so because and recently Wisa has joined the first team, he's training back with Brentford. Yeah. So because I don't think his own situation is as delicate as Isak's.
Yeah, because he's not that talented.
Right?
Sorry.
Wow.
No.
I mean, he is, but it's not
that talented.
Isak's level.
It's not to the level of Isak.
That's what I mean.
But I feel like for him, for Brentford, I think Wisa already said it long time ago that I want to go. When we heard the story of Newcastle coming for Wisa, obviously, he already said, I want to go. So I feel like in Brentford, they already told him, don't worry. When we see the right money for you, we will sell you. But come back, train. Just like what Eze, I like what Eze did. Eze kept on playing. He kept on playing. And luckily for him, he didn't pick up any injury. He kept on playing. And game in, game out, we kept on seeing, Eze, this guy has really improved. And he got what he wanted at the end of the day. Maybe Wisa should do. I mean, we still have how many days till like 1st of September? Maybe a couple.
First season.
Yeah.
So some days. So okay. But it's funny how same thing is not being applied to Isak. I don't know. Maybe obviously he's pushing for it by himself. So he said, "I'm not going to play. I don't want anything."
Yeah, he said the relationship has been broken. So, and I feel like if the player doesn't want to be there and the club doesn't want the player, just let him go. 130 million pounds is a lot of money.
Because they would definitely want to rebuild with that money because their team is not that strong. Yeah. The midfield hasn't got a lot of buffers. They only have Elanga and who else did they bring in? I forgot his name.
Yeah, because you can't only have that.
Well, they're also chasing Strand Larsen now.
Yeah, so but the thing is, Wolves most likely are not going to let Strand Larsen go.
Because there's no replacement anywhere.
They have one. And Nuri, who was their defender / forward man, was pumping in goals every now and then, assisting.
Semedo has gone.
So it's not going to make any sense. I would say as much as players are players, they're individuals in their own rights. They should not be held by a club. I think players should also be understanding. But not to understand to the detriment of their career. Right. I'm not going to say they should understand and then not move or transfer when they need to get sold or move to the club that they want to go to. But let's be realistic. Look at Brentford. Look at Newcastle. Newcastle didn't get the strikers they wanted to get in. Brentford have sold key players. They sold their captain. They sold Mbeumo. wanna
They
say-
their coach.
Everybody.
Their coach is gone.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the staff is gone. So you can't, like, as much as I know, like, Bisa wants to go, look at them.
Well, you should help them.
Look at them. It's not about helping them. To be fair, it's poor planning.
Their first game of season,
On
you
both
lose.
sides.
You lose
I don't
for a
think
3-1.
so. I think one day we need to sit down and talk about the mechanics of small clubs that breed players to keep the league going.
Like
Yes.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, some of them, this is their job.
Right.
Business,
Right.
yes, now, like
Right.
Bournemouth
Yeah, they
as
sell
well.
off all the players, they make a lot of
Money.
Leverkusen has done that. Leverkusen are the engine room of Germany.
Yes, now.
The amount of talent that Leverkusen has churned out
Even
from Ballack to
even
Berbatov
Borussia
to
Dortmund.
Son to like exactly.
Dortmund will always say, you want to buy
Yes.
this
Somehow,
money.
so don't feel bad for them. They cashed out. They
Yeah.
sold them for money.
But it's at the
But then
risk
again,
of them
it-
getting relegated.
And they will come back again. Is it today?
And some of these clubs, they sell, but they know that, you know what, we are mid-table clubs.
Yeah.
They're not trying to win the Premier
Yeah.
League. They're not trying to
But
qualify
isn't-
for Champions League.
But
Isn't
true,
it the
very,
goal
very
of
bad.
every team
And-
to try and grow and eventually
Exactly.
win
Does it not
something?
beat the? Does it not now say, okay, are you not ambitious
brother,
enough
see.
to say? I mean, let's start
Once,
in 2016.
see, once, that's what I was
going
going to say.
But that
Once
season-
in a
season,
decade,
everybody did something bad.
see,
Now
once
let's
in a
just see
decade,
how
there
these
comes a
powerhouses-
unicorn.
Yeah.
Bayer Leverkusen came
Mhm.
and went unbeaten in the league. There's always that unicorn once in every like 10
They
years.
should also think of being unicorns.
Bye-bye, unicorn, we do it again. Last drama, and then we take a break and come back and go straight to fixtures and results. Tottenham, Real Madrid, the drama between Savinho. Savinho wanted to join Tottenham, Real Madrid wanted to sign Rodrigo, but also we're not sure if Xabi Alonso really wants to let him go or not. Tottenham, City are asking for 70 million euros for Savinho. Is that too much? Because his first season wasn't that
Yes, it is too much.
Definitely too
You just
much.
got him. I mean, not to say that City haven't done this before. They get someone one season, they sell him out the next. That's what they did with Ferran Torres.
Very bad
And
behavior.
Ferran Torres, in my opinion, is miles ahead of Savinho.
Of course.
So, one season, you sell him out. Savinho is not worth it. I'm sorry. I prefer Doku.
Don't be sorry, he's not.
He's not like.
Yeah,
what
but
a
Tottenham
story.
don't want to sign Doku, and Pep is not ready to let Doku go.
Yeah.
He wants to sell Savinho.
I would not buy him for that much money.
Of course not.
70M is mad.
Of course not. I mean, I know we know Pep to always sell.
Yeah.
He will sell. Riyad Mahrez sold in.
Yep.
Nolito
Yep.
sold in. He will
Yep,
always
Leroy
sell.
Sané, yep.
He will sell, right?
Jesus,
So
yep.
I mean, I don't know why I don't know if he's the one holding on to Savinho right now, but then again, it goes back to show that okay,
His money because
is there replacements?
He
Because
has.
it's funny how there are no players out there.
No, so he's chasing Rodrigo. So do we think if he gets Rodrigo, he then sells Savinho?
I think that would be too easy.
So
Yeah.
I mean, for Man City right now, they probably want to sell before they acquire. Make that space first. Hence why they've not sold
Of
Henderson.
course.
Sell him first. You want Savinho, and then obviously, if you want to buy Rodrigo from Madrid, about now 90 million, 100 million.
How can you say Isak 130 and then you're saying Rodrigo?
Because obviously, because
Rodrigo has to go 150.
Exactly,
Why?
right? So
Why
I
should
mean,
Rodrigo
Rodrigo is a
want-
better player than Isak any day. Even day, any given
Then why
time.
is he on Madrid's bench?
Because you just have people like Mbappe in the team. What are you gonna do?
And,
So obviously-
you know, his preferred position is still the
and
left.
it's quite unfortunate. The market is
What is it?
inflated now.
Yeah.
You can see a certain Noni going for 50 million, Noni
Yeah.
going for 50 million,
Oh,
right?
ridiculous.
Then obviously, if you want to buy Savinho, you should come with 80 million. If you can sell
That's
Noni
for
for
70
50
million.
million.
Yep.
Hence why if you want a Rodrigo, come with 150 million.
Because
The market
I
is
think
inflated.
Savinho is not as good as
He's not worth it.
as good as the wingers Spurs have right now.
Mm.
And Kulusevski is like
E-
5 times
exactly.
Savinho. What do you need Savinho for? I know they probably just want to use him
Yeah,
to
but-
offer.
And because they have a
I
lot
think
of
Savio
injuries.
wanted to leave Man City.
Yeah.
He wanted to leave Man
Yeah.
City. They
Because
didn't
they
want to
brought
let
in
him
people.
go.
Ryan Cherky
Yes.
is in.
He wanted to leave Manchester because he knows right now the people, their options
There's
are
no
Pep will
way.
pick
Good
before
job, Ben.
him.
Stop playing.
Exactly.
See what Tijani Rangers is doing.
Okay, before we go on a break, this is to everyone in the studio and then out there as well. My question of the day is this. Do you think that African players, even though they are better than standard European players, by the virtue of the fact that they're African, their value is always going to be lesser? That's my question of the day. Think deeply about it. And let me just use this as the yardstick for my question. Savinho is being rated at 70 million. Savinho is not a better player than
Ademola Lookman.
and Lookman. They're arguing 45 and
45.
Like I know his tomatoes in the market.
This guy, crazy.
African player of the year.
They're like, oh,
Ademola
Exactly.
Lookman.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If he plays AFCON, you know, he's
Look at what happened with Osimhen. Osimhen's value has dropped. Galatasaray ended up paying 75 million for Osimhen. Osimhen is less than Ekitike. Ekitike costs 90 million.
It's less than Isak.
Isak is being touted around 130. They're begging with please, I beg with 130 million pounds.
So I mean,
And they pay 75 million euros for Osimhen.
I mean, also,
Osimhen
let's
had
not
a
forget
better
the
season.
price.
What was his stats?
That's the better player.
Yes, what was his stats? But
We've done it here. We actually did it. Osimhen had more in terms of goal ratio,
Yes.
more than Isak.
look at the way
Across
Chelsea
all
was
leagues.
I mean, if his goal
Yes,
scorer
now.
is the same.
That's ridiculous.
Look at the way Chelsea was pricing him.
Sorry.
Like
So that's my question of the day. Do we think that African players, by virtue of the fact that they are African,
Africans.
will always have less value even though they are better? I leave it up to you. 0913-000885. We're going to a quick music break. When we get back, fixtures and results across the big five in Europe. Neme is still in the house. We have another guest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are a tag team.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
Don't worry, there's Mike. You can join us. All right. We'll be back in a touch. This one is Tariq with Must Have Been. Nice to meet you. My name is
My name is Modesta.
Nice to meet you.
They are
Please.
sisters.
Oh, I because I was getting look at it, but I didn't want to assume. Please. If I can help you.
Yes.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yes, I am.
Aha. People that love football, unless I find you know where it gets done. Well, Chelsea is cooking, Sha. Chelsea is cooking.
Hi, Sick
Everybody's looking.
Hi,
Everybody's flying under the radar.
Esther.
Everybody's looking at
Ask them if you
No,
think.
what club do you support?
I support every club in the Premier League.
Aha, you're like me, Abi.
Yes, I'm
We
like-
belong to nobody and we belong to
I will
everybody.
tell you the truth. She's a Manchester City fan.
Man City!
So you have soft spot for Man City.
Man
Is it
City!
Pep Guardiola?
You listen, she not talk about Savio when we're talking about her. She just kept quiet.
What should I have said?
Why? I mean, why? I need to know why.
70
What is the
minutes
reason why you support Man
What-
City?
Anybody that tells you is a Man City or is a Man City fan.
Just that is because you're a Barcelona fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
That's all of you always say.
Yeah.
So why is this
Because they don't
now?
get history.
Clear our doubts. Because
Shade
there's
of
no history. There
banter.
must
We
have no
don't talk
history.
anything, forget.
It's not about history. It's
Yeah.
about Tevez, Balotelli at the time.
Tevez is United.
Yeah,
But
Yes,
he's a rat
they
now.
gave him to
He's
City.
a rat.
yeah, but he
But
was.
Tevez will always be United. Yeah, you can never like that's it. That's just his legacy is United. It's not
But
City.
he's a bigger legend in Man City.
Manchester City than
Aguero.
He's not a bigger legend in Man
Okay.
City. There's no world where Tevez is a bigger legend in Man City than United. No
Are you
world.
sure?
No world.
Because they don't like him in United. Because
Exactly.
the fact that he left
Bro, no,
United-
you don't
Call
say
him
they
a
don't
rat.
like him. Obviously, what it's like Adebayo and Arsenal. Adebayo will always be a bigger legend in Arsenal than City. Always.
But he
Always.
said, but he did a celebration when he's
I know, but what I'm saying is that if you check the legacy of Adebayo as a player, where he has his best moments, was the last.
Arsenal.
Adebayo-
He even played in Madrid, but
Spurs. He played for Spurs.
he played for Spurs exactly. Played for Arsenal's direct rival. He hated them.
Yes,
You understand?
Adebayo, he knows
It's like even with Van Persie as well. Van Persie did end up winning with United,
Yes.
but Van Persie's legacy.
Someone here said Manchester City has history. Someone on my life said Manchester
What is
City
What
has.
is the history?
He said, what's it?
Please,
No
I will
one
wait.
history. Come and give us
I will
history.
wait. I will wait.
Name
What's the-
5 Manchester City Premier League players that were legendary for City alone.
Baba.
Not
Not,
taking from other players. I'm not talking about right feelings that they brought from Birmingham people.
People are just hating on the
Aguero.
successful club.
Aguero.
all of these players are from what?
David Silva, Aguero,
But Silva was legendary
Kevin De
before he came to
Bruyne.
City. I'm talking about people that City themselves.
David
made
Silva.
Legendary.
None.
I'll give you De Bruyne. I'll give you De
Yes,
Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
I'll sort of give you Aguero because Aguero was a machine at Atletico, but I'll give you Aguero because he did Premier League justice. So Aguero and De Bruyne. And again, this is why we're saying history because these guys are fairly recent too.
Yes,
Yeah,
now.
Toure.
Thank
I
you.
know
Why
why.
would you want to say Toure?
That was a big
Barcelona.
Came to
Doesn't
City,
matter.
and the moment Pep came to City, the same Pep that sent him away from Barca came to City and sent him away again. Which Yaya Toure?
Yaya Toure was
Joe Hart.
established already
Joe
before
Hart.
Man City.
Okay, I'll give you Joe Hart, but I mean,
Joe Hart.
Well,
City has
Joe Hart.
history.
Even Joe Hart to tell you that Man City treated him badly.
okay, I'll give you
Company.
Company.
No,
I'll give you
Joe Hart will
Company.
not say
I'll give you
that.
Company, yes, I'll definitely
Joe Hart will not
Was it
say
not Pep
that.
that sold
Okay, I
him?
don't know.
Joe Hart will not
Joe
say
Hart even
that.
say Man City treated
Joe
him
Hart
badly.
loves Manchester City.
He does
Joe
love
Hart
him,
will
yes,
not
now,
say
but
that.
see what Pep is Pep. I hate Pep.
Pep now really now.
Pep, if he doesn't want to go, you are going. You are
It's
going.
better to be direct than yeah, but
We're true, Sha, because
But that's what I'm saying, that even
Joe
most
Hart
of
just
these,
won the league.
most of these players that you even called, these are recent players now. Can you go and pull people from the time of them Vieira,
No.
them so Campbell, go and pull people from that era? That's what I want to
Maybe
do.
just one player, Richard John, and he was not for
Well,
his own
that's what
goal.
I'm saying. Most of these guys are
He was
De
not for his
Bruyne.
own
De
goal.
Bruyne
Yes,
is fresh now.
Vincent Company.
21st
Company
century.
is
Nah,
still
nah.
fresh now.
He's not a 21st century player.
You cannot go and compare them to them Roy Keane now, them Beckham, them Henry.
And
Go and pull players.
Only for the social.
Are you, do you understand? Them,
There are lots of Manchester
Cruyff
City haters
and
in the
Gerrard
studio.
and Lampard,
Who cares about
Ballack.
history? What
And
are
Makalele.
it's all about now?
John Terry and the
Exactly.
John
Capstans.
Terry, you
Now.
understand?
What's happening now?
Very true. What's happening?
What's
Right
happening now?
History now.
United is in the gutter.
Period.
Trying to get out of it.
That United.
They might bounce back this
That
season.
old Amorim. You talk too much. Questions where you are so because just be diplomatic. Yes or no. Pep will tell you yes or no. There's not you cannot push forward with the question. But sorry, I make these decisions. I go, oh God.
There's history.
Sorry, I want to know, Chelsea people. Do you people have, what kind of slave agreement do you have with Leipzig? Because Chelsea will go and carry Leipzig's best player, and then they will not amount to anything, and then they will just treat them like this, and then Leipzig will come and give them a game. You did it with Timo Werner. You did it with Nkunku. Now it's Simmons. They are waiting for Nkunku to leave for Simmons to come.
Yes, now, see, let me tell you one thing about Chelsea. See, we are very, what's the word? We are very business oriented. Exactly. So then we bring these players because we know that we are still going to.
But you are not doing anything with them. Look
You
at
have to
Werner.
know their careers
Look at
first.
Werner's potential.
We are.
You are wasting Nkunku's potential.
What have Kuku done for my team?
That's what I'm saying.
Why did you buy him?
He
He potential
brought him
now.
to Premier League and gave him injury. This
We
guy
brought him
collected
to the
his.
Premier League to help his career and he did not help himself.
Nkunku came to Premier League today. The next day carried injury for like 6 months. He was out.
Maybe he don't go back. If the Bayern came for him, he did not go to Bayern. Why did he go to
Some
Bayern?
people don't want to go. They don't like that Bayern thing. That's where Bayern come and carry everybody.
But you go play ball now. He's World Cup here. If you don't play ball, you don't go World Cup. See,
Baba, let me tell you, there's no kind of football who wants to play to make that first squad. Have you seen people in that squad? Due, Bakola, Dembele, Mbappe. When do you want to play?
But the thing is for
Ryan Cherky, when do you want to play?
Just have consistency. Have consistency.
You will not play, bro.
You enter the squad. Just enter.
Who will they drop? You tell me now, who will they drop?
No, it's a solid squad. I know that. But see, guess what? If he comes back, plays well in Monaco, he'll make the same.
You see who you are calling? See who you are calling now? Number two.
Are you saying?
If you don't spend money on players,
Wait, I'm just saying.
how do you build a team
Don't
that
go
works?
to Leipzig, and he has consistent. You know, before Chelsea.
And now,
If he replaces
before
that,
Chelsea, he entered this thing now. He entered the same way Bayern will never say. Want me, oh, I want the same way Bayern will never say. Want me, oh, I want Portugal to win the World Cup. I want Ronaldo to
Me
carry.
too.
Want me, oh, I want Portugal to win the World Cup. I want Ronaldo
Me
to carry.
too. Same
Well, just let
here.
me just
Phil
carry
Foden
one.
is coming, don't worry.
He has worked so
Phil Foden is
hard.
You
coming.
understand? He deserves it. He has tried.
Ronaldo,
Yes, now.
if he does,
I also said David
it's
Silva
because-
is
it's because
a
the
City
Portugal
legend
team
and they
that he's always
disagreed.
had. This is the best Portugal team he's had.
Yes.
The Portugal team he's always had have been trash for the longest time.
but they've always
Trash!
Portugal have always had.
Bro, see, I went to go and study this thing on my own.
Nani?
Trash!
No, compared to
It's
what
in
they-
recent
no,
times.
compared to what they have now.
What they have now?
True, but then
Trash!
Okay.
Now calling one
Bring
person
back
now,
life.
Nani. Now do you want me to call a list of players for you? Everybody is a danger. Okay, let's go. We're coming back. Alright. Nene right there with Ginger Me. 6 minutes past 10 in the beautiful city of Lagos. We're in the studio. This is the kickoff on 88.5 UFM. It's a full house, and you know I love a full house. We're in with the gang, and we have a new guest. Please talk to the people. Introduce yourself She's wearing her club jersey. She's a big Chelsea fan, so please go ahead.
Hi guys, my name is Modesta Akubobi and I'm a Chelsea fan.
Welcome, Modesta. Welcome.
Thank you.
So Modesta is here. Neme is also in the house, and then the I gang as well are here. Everybody's in. We got a call. Let's take this one. First call of the day. 88.5 your fam. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Lady and gentlemen in the studio.
Ladies.
Good morning.
Ladies now, it's
Good morning.
Yeah, there are 2 ladies now. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen in the studio.
What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling for Dublin Estate. Bukumi on the line.
Alright, go ahead, Bukumi. Talk to us.
Let me quickly make comments on the question you asked before in the interval.
Yes.
I think a lot of dynamics. This is to play out because when you take into consideration African players versus European players between the European football cycles.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of influx of talents, immense talent from the South American continent in this generation. That this is not very difficult for African players, except the African players that are born on the European continent. Someone like Michael Olise, they have been very less complicated.
Musiala, Eze, Saka.
You understand? Saka, Olise.
Yeah.
This one that's going to Arsenal now.
Iberechi
Yeah, Eze, yes.
Listen, when the talents are coming, especially from Argentina and Brazil, case in point, Argentina and Brazil. At 17, 18, look at the guys they're going to Real Madrid. The one they're going to Real Madrid.
Hendrick, yes, Hendrick, and now Estavio, yeah, Estavio.
African players that are coming from the African continent, who are not yet got their feet on the European scene. That's one. The other one is the ability of players agents to market this one where consideration of competition like
Folks like he was saying, Olise, Saka, you know, I mean, these players, they're very talented. You know, but it's like, in my head, I don't think Saka is any more talented than, say, Lookman.
I would like to, I've been thinking about this for a while. Which player of African descent in the Premier League claimed, when he had the option, claimed his African country and his value still stayed good? I don't think there are many
few of them
examples. There was a time, even though of course because the team is a Basque team, they're not big on selling their players, being Athletic Bilbao. There was a time everyone wanted Naki Williams. But then he said, you know what, bro, I'm playing for my African brothers. I'm not gonna play for Spain. No one really wanted to make it out to them.
Yeah. Well, the moment he chose Ghana, yeah. But look at his brother Nico, who then chose Spain.
And he's a starter for Spain.
Because if he
not just a starter for Spain, there's all drama around Barcelona.
Wanting him.
I mean, not that he's also talented. Let's not take the talents away, but that's sort of like the basis of the. Because someone said something here. I want to touch this. Someone says Mikel Obi was valued. That's in bracket Nigeria. Stop blabbing. So I would have appreciated if you said your name so we can know who you are, how to address you. But I just want to point something out, right? Just so you understand where we're coming from. In 2006, Mikel Obi was valued at 16 million.
Which was a decent price at the time.
Right? Chelsea paid, and not necessarily valued at, Chelsea paid 16 million pounds because of the drama.
Yeah.
They paid 12 million to United and 4 million to Lille because of that whole, they had signed him, then they went by it, exactly. Anyways, in 2006, Bastian Schweinsteiger was valued at 20 million. Now, who was a bigger name in 2006? Mikel Obi or Bastian Schweinsteiger? But Bastian Schweinsteiger, who was still relatively, it was a breakout year for him, but he was still relatively unknown compared to Mikel, who had just done well in, I think, was it the Under-21 World Cup?
And the Olympics.
And played in the final against Argentina's Messi, when Messi was,
Mikel.
breaking on the scene.
There was a tussle between Man U and Chelsea for Mikel.
Okay. That Mikel was valued at 6 and Schweinsteiger was relatively unknown to an extent, was valued at 20. That's the point we're making.
Yes, no.
So and you're saying, Mikel is valued. I hear you, but that's one player. Go on, bring more.
One player out of a billion.
Let's take another call. 88.5 FM. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from, please? Hi, Emmanuel from Victoria. Please go ahead. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
I want to talk concerning the players and the club.
Yes, go ahead.
You
Okay.
Okay.
Some rules regulating this issue. You have a contract with a club.
Mm-hmm.
You, okay, according to the statement of Isaac, he said he and Kato had an agreement that the right overcomes, they will let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at it this way. You can't see the offer that comes from Liverpool as the right offer.
I mean, I think we can be practical as much as I understand where you're coming from, but I think we can also be practical. Do you not think 130 million pounds is good enough for Isak?
It's not the right offer to Newcastle.
Fair enough.
No. I'm not arguing that from Newcastle's perspective, but I'm saying, do you not think? No. I understand. I'm not arguing that. I've agreed with you on that front. I'm saying, as a person, now, do you not think 130 million pounds is good enough for Isak?
Well, to me, I might say it's good enough for him, but that is what it's not value.
No, of course, I agree. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Continue, please. Go ahead.
So, when at least if I have like a year on your team, the club will understand.
Mm.
Let's look at the issue of Trent. When Trent wanted to leave Liverpool, and the contract was over, if Liverpool was selling him, they know that they have to let the players.
Yeah, but we saw how Liverpool fans treated Trent
Treated
Alexander-Arnold.
Trent, yeah.
We saw the treatment he got.
Madrid wanted him to join them before the FIFA club.
Mm.
The FIFA club would come.
Mm.
And Liverpool were treated that the contract with Spanish too.
Okay.
So that was. So when players like Issa begin to protest and do all kind of bad things, you begin to wonder, okay, what happened to the previous contract? If you want to leave with them, they say to leave, okay, pay off your contract and
I mean, that's a valid
I mean,
point.
people do that.
That's a valid point. People,
I
yeah,
believe
yeah,
Neymar did that.
yeah. That's a valid point.
the club that wants to terminate your contract, will they pay you?
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Mhm. True. True.
Okay.
True.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was a very good point. Very good point. I also now then want to ask a question from that, I guess, to the studio and maybe to the fans listening. Do you think in that case Liverpool should have, at least you are the one that wants this guy, and he's literally drowning in this wahala? Why don't you guys, as you come out and say something,
Yeah.
okay, offer to pay off the remaining clause,
Yeah.
and maybe then create a payment system where you take it out of whatever you pay him in the end.
I mean,
Because you're the one that wants this player.
yeah,
No?
that can happen, but on very rare cases, right? And then again, right, a club that owns the player owns the player,
Yeah.
True.
right? So,
But we still don't
there's-
know what clauses are in the
So
contract.
I was going to say that's why there are always very long processes to signing of player, because there are so many clauses,
Yep.
so many agreements,
Yep.
in order to avoid this kind of drama,
Drama.
right? But right now we don't know what is in Isa's contract. We don't know.
True.
So right now, all we know is he has 3 more years on his contract. Newcastle will not budge until they get what they value him to be.
I just find it really weird.
So because
The player
honestly,
doesn't want to
they,
see.
because Newcastle as a club, they know 130 million is more than enough.
That's what I'm saying.
They know, but
It's why I asked
obviously,
the question, because I know that Newcastle might be saying, "Oh, it's not what we value him as."
right? Because they know, but then again, it's almost as if they are selling to not a direct rival.
He's a rival. He's a rival.
He's a rival, but obviously, assuming it was like a PSG, bro, Isak could go for 80 million because it's going outside. We are not going to feel it, right? But because why are we going to sell to someone that is going to come back and hunt us and come to our house and score 4 goals? Isak could score a trick.
It's not the first time.
Do you get? So that's why they want to make the saga even more
And
difficult.
It's not like as if maybe with this, I could even beat Liverpool.
Right.
Like,
Do you get?
Because upon reflection, it's a bit weird that they're doing this because they don't want to be without a striker, yet they're not going to let him play. So what's the point?
exactly.
You might as
I
well.
mean, to be honest, he himself doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
And we're hearing from reports that he might be facing fines and sanctions.
He's ready to take
Yes,
it.
so that's a new update now, that he's going to be facing fines and sanctions.
I mean, at the end, you're just forcing Newcastle to do the needful. Sell me, or else you'll be doing yourself a disservice.
Let's take our text and then go straight. Are we ready for fixtures and results? Okay, good. Ilo, Ife Madrid, Ife Milan, Modesta, the Chelsea fan, and it's Neme, not Nene. Neme, Neme, yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Neme.
Says, clearly Liverpool turned Isak's head probably after that Carabao Cup final loss because Isak still has 3 years in his contract. Okay, why did Liverpool decide to go for Newcastle's initial target, Ekitike? The ball is in Newcastle's court, not Isak's. Of course, African players will be of lesser value than a European player. If African leagues were of better quality and welfare, we won't see all this rubbish. African players would rather stay in the Africa than move. If foreigners are removed from European football, will it still be as vibrant as it is now? Guys, what are your favorite jerseys this season? Ima from Lagos. Chelsea's black jersey, the one that used to murder West Ham. That's one of my favorite. I really love that jersey so much. Really
West Ham still jersey.
I still prefer AC Milan's third jersey. Funny enough.
That's the only thing that works for you.
Okay, but to his point though, and I want you to both think of that. If the African leagues were better,
yes. I mean,
I think South African leagues are actually better compared to Nigerian.
One out of a million.
And I think they pay their players well to an
and
extent.
well, I guess the comparison now is to the rest of the world.
Right. Clearly, of course, not.
Okay, that's not a bad angle to look at it from, because as we had already mentioned, as I'm forgetting his name, the first caller we had mentioned, all the other teams in Europe leagues in Europe are feeder leagues to the Premier.
I mean, not just to the
not just to the Premier League, but you know,
to the big clubs.
Yes,
to the big clubs.
So and they go for pretty decent amounts of money. It's not too little just because we're going to a Portuguese team to get the player, so it should be 50 or below. Sometimes you sell people for 70, 80, 90. And once again, because the quality of the league probably is good. So you can see that this guy has played in a tough league. He probably could do it in the Premier League, or maybe a top club in the Champions League or the Club World Cup or whatever new competition they invent the next 2 years. But the point is, it's going to be a case where, as you said, if the leagues are better, people can judge the quality of the players a bit better, even though African players have gone to different clubs in Europe, proven themselves, but still don't get valued. I don't think in that case it's really a result of the league, because Cement showed it.
Yeah.
Showed it.
Yeah.
They're not being valued well enough. It doesn't. I don't think it matters. It'll probably affect the players coming up. They'll probably be sold for better prices.
Right.
But the current valuation of the players that have proven what they need to prove, and are from Africa, with the exception of Salah, then the value doesn't matter.
I hear you, but just to play devil's advocate, I feel like he's also talking about players in African leagues from Africa. Not just African players that have gone out there to prove their mettle.
In that case, yes, because if the league
those ones too.
If the league looks tough enough, for one, which is something we had mentioned a while ago when they were doing the whole Club World Cup thing, we could have more teams from Africa, because we only had like 2, show up. And then when they show out every 2 years, which is when the Club World Cup will be holding, it's going to be interesting to see, African teams are pretty good, because Brazilian teams showed themselves, but that's not new. We've always known that. But they showed themselves against European teams, and this wasn't just a friendly.
Yeah, they were
serious competition.
Yeah.
So they could better judge, because we've now seen an influx of South American players go to Europe because of just that competition. So if our league was good,
maybe more players here, like we saw Mamelodi Sundowns. Go
so
to
you're going to see a few players are going to be like, not too bad. They may not be your star players, because you might still hang the AFCON thing over their head, but they would go for pretty decent prices.
Something else, just to chip in quickly, he said something about agents as well. So there's the need. So there's the need for you to have a good support system around you, people that really have your interest at heart. Most times when you see these players from South America, from Europe, is it that their brother or their mother or their father is their agent or their manager, right? Because they know that, it goes beyond me trying to make money from this guy. I really want him to excel in this sport, right? So how many of such players do we have from Africa, whereby we know that one agent just wants to sell you for like £2 million and
money inside.
Even if it's just £5 million,
doesn't matter. Just collect my buy.
And you sell this guy to maybe like a Scandinavian country, maybe like Oslo in Norway, or you go to maybe Hungary, and he's there struggling, but you already made your own 500 in your pocket. Look for another player, another academy.
To fling somewhere.
So you really don't. You are not really after the well-being of these players. You just want to make the money.
Yeah.
Hence why these players from Europe is their father or their mother that is their agent.
Yeah.
So if you,
I mean, look at Bellingham. His mom is.
it is
Sorry,
known.
white as well.
Yeah.
Even if you want to give him all the money, this club is not the right club for him. We will wait.
Yeah.
So there's the need for
But
us to
the
sort
truth
that.
is, even the players themselves want to just go. They don't want to leave and go somewhere.
Exactly.
It's anywhere, bros.
I mean, we said it about Osimhen. Then I think he changed his agent and the team around it because he wasn't properly sold.
Yeah.
For an Osimhen to still go back to Galatasaray, it's almost as if he's settling. Let me just.
I was
settle.
so upset.
Do you get? Because if he was under a proper agent, Osimhen will be in Chelsea by now.
Okay, what about being an African player who did have their relative as their manager,
Still.
being Iheanacho?
I mean, well,
What happened to
Hey, but it's the same thing
It's
now.
still the same
His dad
thing.
wanted a cash grab.
It's
He
still the same
should
thing.
have gone to
It's
Porto.
still the same
I
thing.
maintained this thing from day one of that deal. I kept
So
saying
it's
that
still the same
they
thing.
should have never let him go to Man City. He should have
I
gone to
mean, he
Porto.
went to Man City because they just wanted to collect that money.
That was cash grab now.
And when Pep came, he sold him. And after he left Man City, he was done.
In which case, for that example, I mean, unfortunately, there is that thing about families from Africa wanting to
He's
grab
black
hold
tax.
onto-
He's black tax,
Black
my
tax,
brother.
yes.
Now he be the savior of the family. Then he go come back.
Actually, yes,
There
now.
was that video floating around about people from Osimhen's village. They were saying, "Oh, he's never come. He's never."
It's the
I was
sense
like,
of entitlement for me.
guy.
again.
because
Why?
I was also going to
Why?
say
You, bro.
it still boils down to how most of them grew up. Most of our African players, you go back to their roots and maybe they were struggling,
And
they're
that
like the
village raised
breadwinner
them.
of the family. So you can't compare them to the likes of Jude Bellingham, where I'm very sure his mom has like a
There's-
proper
there's food at home.
career.
My sister,
Exactly.
it's true. There's food at home.
So not entirely dependent on him. That's
Yes.
one reason why they are focused on his career. I want my son to family on TikTok. I don't know every single one of them, like 7 kids. Black
know them,
mom,
yeah.
you know them.
Yes.
Every single one of them
single
are
one of them
players.
play football.
Every
Very
single
decent.
one of them play football. Every single one
I
of
think a
them.
couple even play for Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Academy.
Yeah, the girls already playing for
They're
Chelsea.
already
playing.
So when they are going for training, they're going for training as a
Like,
family.
No, I know, but Mbappe is already. My thing is, I agree with these points you're making because at the end of the day, there's no advert like Papillo.
Anymore.
And that Papillo, not be mama tell him, not be mama call him Papillo. Now the woman where you go buy milk
So
from.
it goes to show how even
It's
the
so-
village
it's a
people are
village. It's a
independent.